Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your July 2020 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Sagittarius. And before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description box. And check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing for more content from me, more readings, more good things. My newsletter is also awesome. People rave about it, so go take advantage. It's free. All right, so that is all for the logistics. The decks that I'm using are in the description box. I'm going to lay this out, then we will get started. All right, let's start with your oracle cards. First thing, in between worlds. So this to me looks like a transition card, and I'm getting that July is not going to be a month where things become totally solidified. July is going to be a month where you get clarity, where your revisions work for you and to your advantage, but you're in between. And I know that purgatory can kind of suck, but look at it as a growth period. So you're kind of hanging out on this lily pad until you've reached solid ground. So just let yourself be there. Don't thrash or fight against the current. Just allow yourself to float through that. And acceptance. Accepting where things are, making it easier on yourself. I know that there can be a lot of restlessness and antsiness, especially for Sagittarian energy. I hear you, I get it, but this is kind of the remedy here to help you ease into your next space. And also think about the frequency and energy of, how do I want to experience that next phase that I'm stepping into? And if I do it frantically, that's what I'm going to get. Or I can do it in a way that is restful and easy and aligned, and I'm going to receive things that are restful, easy, and aligned as well. And then we have alignment. Explore energy first, matter will follow. Find the spine, yours or the one in this situation. Address the source, and everything else will fall into place. Yes. So again, align your energy with the experience that you want to have. What are the feelings that you want to have? And yes, the feeling is the energetic currency, so use that to your advantage. And then the central energy for you is the Magician. Okay, you're creating, you are making it. You're not like I know that some of you might hear me as being invalidating, but it's time to evolve out of I'm a victim of circumstance. If you chronically look at life as I'm a victim of circumstance, you're going to spend your life spinning your wheels in the mud, because there's always going to be a reason why something won't work or why something can't happen. There's always going to be a reason. There's always going to be something you can point to and put blame on. So the Magician is actually calling you into a time, it's calling you into a month of getting back to empowerment, getting back to the core of you and your strategies that you can use that work to your advantage, that work to your benefit. And the alignment piece and the empowerment piece are the big elements that you're working through in July. So you're in charge, you're steering the ship. That's what the Magician is reminding you of. What you have shifting out is the Hanged Man. This is complacency or things being stagnant, stalled out. You can see like the anchor is kind of halting the boat from getting to the castle, right? So it's this, oh, there's a gap. There's a stall, pause, put the brakes on. That's moving. So this is also the reason why I pointed out the In-Between Worlds card. See the gap there? And then same thing here, there's a gap. And that is just telling me that things are still being bridged. Let yourself have time for that. Let yourself have space for that gap to be bridged. And know that in July, even if you don't feel like you're fully touching or anchoring into solid ground, it doesn't matter, because this is saying things are progressing and you do have that stagnation shifting out, so you need to trust a little bit more, even if it's hard. Now, these two cards are what you have surrounding you in July. The first thing is the Empress. This is divine feminine. This is the mother archetype. And I'm also getting that in many ways, this is about mothering and nurturing yourself, taking really good care of your physical body, giving yourself the nourishment that you need. Again, I'm getting that July is about reducing dependency on the external as much as possible, right? Reel that in. Obviously, in order to not be dependent at all on the material, we would have to totally not have bodies, right? So there's limitations with that, but it's about calling your energy back, pulling it back into self, bringing it back into present time, and filling your tank, doing what you can to satisfy and embody first, letting that be the first step. And then we also have the Three of Wands. There's many, many, many steps to go. So you're right at the beginning of this new chapter. You're nowhere near the end. So I'm getting that it's okay for you to kind of breathe through the discomfort, because you have to understand, like, along this way of you getting what you want, or heading towards desires or a new experience that you're having, there's going to be all sorts of transitions, there's going to be all sorts of lessons, there's going to be all sorts of things that you figure out and put into place and let go of and redefine and rework and rework and rework. And that's a part of the journey. So this should help you kind of look at the long game and understanding that life is long. Like, that's actually the message I'm getting here. And the Empress, in conjunction with this, is just highlighting, take care of yourself so that you're actually able to enjoy the journey, not just constantly looking for what's next, because that's actually gonna snuff all of the fun out of it. And then to clarify what you have going on around you, we have the Hierophant. So you make the rules, you set the tone, you are in decision maker mode for good and bad, right? If you decide something isn't going to work, it's not going to work. If you decide something is going to be hard, it's going to be hard. So this is where accept, realign, get into agreement with what you are ready to have happen. Make that agreement, decide, choose it, and choose it again every day, but also not getting caught up in the end of the road. Just embrace the process, because that's what this month is kind of dangling out in front of you. It's saying, come follow this direction that you're feeling pulled into, and let yourself move with that. The oncoming energy is the World. So much more, so much more. Don't look at July as like the end of the road for you, or like the end all be all. It's not. You're just getting started, and this is where you can look at that and be disappointed, but it's kind of like, what else are you going to do with life? Really? You think it just stops here? That would be boring. So instead, look at the big picture, look at the giant ecosystem of what you have going on, and embrace it. It's not a bad thing. To clarify this, we have the Empress again. And there's also the pregnancy, fertility energy of this card. So again, we go back to creation. It's funny because you actually have like the masculine and feminine forms and styles of creation, because the Magician I see is a more masculine energetic, more masculine polarity, and then the Empress, of course, is feminine polarity. And so it's like you're creating, so don't look at it like, oh, I just need to create this one thing and I'll get a break, or then I'll have relief. No, you're going to be creating hopefully for the rest of your life, right? Like we want to constantly create our experience. So you might be in between worlds, but it's good practice to just breathing into the transitions so that you can create for a lifetime. Now we're going to do a 3-card pick. You're welcome to ask a question, ask for guidance, clarity, whatever you need. Card number 1. The Devil, temptation, distraction, ego, right? Do you have lots of mental chatter that is trying to distract you? Are you having an experience of getting derailed or pessimism, right? What's coming up that is kind of that shadow force in the back of your mind that is just telling you all these critical things about how your plan isn't going to work and you're not going to get there and it's not going to happen? That's what you are challenging at this point in time. So don't be afraid to acknowledge that it's coming up, right? It needs to be integrated. You can't just abandon shadow. You can't just abandon your ego. It doesn't work that way. You can't like dissolve the ego. I mean, good luck. But this is where instead you want to acknowledge but not buy in. Acknowledge it. It's trying to protect you. It's trying to help you, even if it's dysfunctional, but that doesn't mean that you want to fully buy into what it's telling you. Card number 2, we have the Hierophant. Boundaries are the answer. So the solution is going to be found in agreements. It's going to be found in contracts. It's going to be found in explicitly defined roles, responsibilities, all of that. So if you're wondering what the problem or solution is, look to the boundaries, look to the definition or lack of definition. That is going to be where the solution is found, or the problem can actually be found. So once you have clarity on the boundaries or the definition or the roles, you need to give more definition to it. That way there's actually parameters in which you can flourish. Card number 3, we have the 6 of Wands. This is victory, achievement, yes, yes, yes. All systems go. This is a yes card, go for it, full speed ahead, just blaze the trail. Do it, do it, do it. So enjoy this energy because it is just really helping you out. So this is a call to act. Now is the time to act. Don't wait for perfect timing or circumstances. It's like you want to go for it. This is a confirmation to nudge yourself forward, even if it's just a small step. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing and sign up for my newsletter. More good things to come. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful July, everybody, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.